following Leader back in time to stop whatever destruction he's cooking up, they both end up in Iceland. When they arrive, Leader, seeing a berserker staff mounted on a pillar, reaches out to grab it, but Hulk stops him, telling him his intentions to smash him back into the future. Suddenly, a group of frost giants shows up and starts to attack them.
Come and get me, big ice jerks!
Due to his massive strength, Hulk takes his time smashing them one by one while Leader hides behind the pillar. Eventually, one of the frost giants grabs the berserker staff and grows way stronger, ready to turn the tide immediately. Even with all that power, Hulk one-taps it like he's skipping a cutscene. The staff gets broken in the process, deactivating its effect. Leader then uses the opportunity to hide a piece of the broken staff. All of a sudden, Hulk gets knocked off his feet by a mysterious attacker whom he shortly recognizes as a young version of Thor. Thor is shocked to learn that the big green ogre creature knows his name, but he still keeps attacking. Meanwhile, back in the present, the rest of the Smashers brainstorm about where Hulk could be. Portal, caused by a ripple effect from the past, suddenly opens up in the middle of the city, and Loki emerges from it, ready to enslave the inhabitants of the Earth. Rushing to the scene to stop him, Red Hulk tosses a huge truck at Loki, which he deflects easily with his electromagnetic shield. Scar, who has some unsettled beef with Loki for imprisoning him for 1,000 years, charges at him, but gets dropped like a hot plate. Next, Loki immobilizes She-Hulk by crushing her under a pile of rubble. Shortly after, Thor appears through another portal, and A-Bomb, thinking they're safe, runs to him for protection, only to end up being smacked across the street. Surprised at the fact that they now pose as strangers to Thor, who has become acquainted with his mortal enemy Loki, the Smashers wonder just what could be going on. Back in the past, Thor, who has yet to own his all-powerful Mjolnir, tries to take down Hulk, but gets his butt handed to him. Loki then shows up and teams up with his brother to take down Hulk. Due to their fighting experience together, they manage to restrain him with some enchanted shackles. Together, they take Leader and the now bundled-up Hulk back to their father in Asgard, along with the broken pieces of the Berserker staff. When they arrive, Leader tries to talk his way out with flattery, but Odin dismisses him and requests the staff. Presenting the staff, he realizes the missing piece, so he reprimands them immediately. Odin shows his sons the Mjolnir and tells them it will only be presented to the son who proves himself worthy, otherwise it will remain in the palace as an artifact. He then orders Loki to take the foreigners to the prison while making Thor go on a walk with him. At the prison, Loki wonders why Odin doesn't treat him as well as he treats Thor, and Leader sees it as an opportunity to act. He reveals shocking news about Loki not being a true son of Odin, shocking him completely. He then tosses the piece of Berserker staff he retrieved at Hulk, causing him to go into a rampage. Now in Berserk mode, Hulk suddenly attacks Loki. A bunch of guards arrive to stop him, but he equally mops the ground with them. He then storms out of the building and starts destroying the city until Odin is forced to intervene. With his enchanted spear, Odin gives Hulk a little tough time, but the green monster soon takes the upper hand and starts jumping him. Thor and Loki immediately arrive to stop Hulk from obliterating their father. The old man then gives them an offer that whoever manages to defeat the raging monster would be entitled to his staff and throne before he passes out. The two sons quickly team up to try to take Hulk down, but end up getting folded. Leader, seizing the opportunity, grabs Odin's spear and fires an attack at Hulk, which blasts him away. Hulk drops the Berserker staff piece in the process and regains control of his mind. Since Leader was the one who took Hulk down, he unquestionably claims the staff and declares himself King of Asgard.
The dawning of a new age of intellect for Asgard.
Back I'm the present. While Thor and Loki bundle up the Smashers, Leader appears through a portal and commands the princes to kneel before him. To the Smashers' surprise, they obey without hesitation. That's when they realize that something terrible must have happened with Hulk in the past to result in this kind of outcome. Leader declares that whoever among the princes can prove his worth and loyalty to him would become the official owner of the hammer, and they both get hyped up. Meanwhile, back in the past, while Hulk is being led into a room to face his punishment, he tries to convince Thor not to leave the fate of the kingdom to Leader's hands, but Thor dismisses his words. He gets taken into a room where Leader attaches some advanced technological devices to his body to draw out gamma energy from him and use it to reinforce his Frost Giant's army. During the painful procedure, Hulk challenges the princes, asking them if this is what their father would have really wanted. Like a spell, they snap out of their delusions and destroy the device. They try to stop Leader, but he turns on them and starts to attack them as well. Hulk, now free from his shackles, gets confident that since he was able to take down Odin, Leader should be light work, but Leader casually admits that the only reason he was able to defeat Odin was because he had sent him into a berserker mode. The princes, now realizing Leader's true intentions, hurry to wake their father while Hulk prepares to kick Leader's ass. Since Mjolnir has not been officially enchanted by anybody yet, Hulk picks it up casually and prepares to use it to change the battle dynamics. Back on Earth, Leader summons some gamma-enchanted frost giants against the chained-up heroes, so they come up with a strategy that makes them crash on top of the princes, forcing them to free them from their shackles. They then use the opportunity to knock them away swiftly before spreading out to take down the giants.
Baseball special coming up!
The princes apologizes to Leader for failing to take down the Smashers, making him question if they really want the hammer. Eager to bag the hammer, Thor decides that the best way to go about it would be to turn on his brother and take him down. He immediately starts to attack, and Loki is forced to defend himself. Leader, unimpressed, calls Thor a dimwit for thinking he could win his validation with brute force. He then hands over the Mjolnir to Loki and instructs him to take down Thor with it. While Loki readies an attack, Thor reveals that the whole situation was his plan to get Leader to release the hammer. The brothers then team up and use the hammer to take down Leader. Meanwhile, back in the past, Leader seems quite confident in his intellect, thinking it'll be enough to take down Hulk, but Hulk surprises him and knocks him out with a single hit from the hammer. Shortly after, Odin appears and retrieves the weapons. Hulk tries to apologize for beating him to a pulp earlier, but Odin stops him, stating that his sons filled him in already. He faces Loki and tells him that, although he's truly not his biological son, he is honored to call himself his father. Odin tries to take out his wrath on Leader, but Leader escapes into another timeline with his own. Hulk then follows him shortly after. In the present, the Smashers notice a green mist suddenly filling the atmosphere and wonder what went wrong in the past again this time. Meanwhile, in the past, Hulk lands somewhere in London in the middle of the night and sees Leader running away. He catches up to him and tries to take him down, but Leader tells him it's too late, as his plan has already been put into motion. He intends to ally himself with the only man in history rumored to be more evil than him, Count Dracula. All of a sudden, a train arrives at full speed, and Hulk is forced to stop it with his brute strength. When he stops the train, Dracula emerges from it, openly admiring his immense strength. He tries to put Hulk under his hypnosis and force him to be his servant, but Hulk sends him flying. Annoyed, Dracula summons some vampire shadows to attack Hulk. While Hulk struggles with the shadow creatures, Leader approaches Dracula to introduce himself. While the sun rises, Leader shares his ideas about using science to create a world where Dracula never has to worry about sunlight again, and Dracula seems intrigued. He uses his hypnosis on Leader and takes him into his train. Shortly after they take off, the sun rises fully and destroys the shadow monsters Hulk was busy struggling with. Meanwhile, back in the present, the Smashers are in a dilemma as every living person has somehow turned into a vampire. While they fight their way through the hordes of vampires trying to attack them, they look for a way to put an end to the situation.
But my wooden stake should hold him off. Let's break the curse and everyone will go back to normal.
In the past, while Hulk tries to go after Dracula, he gets ambushed by Frankenstein, who suddenly starts to attack him. He tries to introduce himself as he and Frankenstein had been acquainted, but after a couple of more attacks, it dawns on him that this version of Frankenstein hasn't met him yet. While Frank keeps attacking, Hulk eventually convinces him that they should team up since they both have Dracula as their common enemy. They both then set out to find the vampire. They arrive at Dracula's hideout, where they meet Werewolf by Night and Nikantu, who have both been taken prisoner but the vampire. They hear Dracula approaching, so they're both forced to hide. From their hiding spot, they witness Dracula try to force the hostages to become his servants, but seeing as they have refused, he leaves them alone to rot in their cells. After he leaves, Hulk sets the hostages free on the condition that they help him stop the allegiance between Dracula and Leader, and although they hesitate, they eventually agree. Leader invents a gamma furnace for Dracula's protection from sunlight. He intends to use it as leverage to become a partner with Dracula, but Dracula puts him under his hypnosis once more, forcing him to submit to his demands. While he orders Leader to activate the device, Hulk and the rest of the team suddenly break in and start exposing the room to sunlight, putting Dracula at risk. He then orders Leader, who is still under his control, to activate it. Leader activates the device, and it produces a thick green fog that covers the area, making it as dark as night. Dracula, feeling more powerful, summons his vampire shadows, which start to attack Hulk and the rest. Meanwhile, back in the present, the Smashers are forced to climb a high tower to escape the vampires. From the tower, they notice a kind of smokestack pumping out the green poison in a castle that just spawned out of nowhere. Identifying the castle as Dracula's castle, the Smashers figure out that he's the one behind the pandemic, and that to take him down, they're going to have to destroy the machine. In the past, while Hulk and the team try to take down the monsters, he notices that they have no sense of teamwork. As a result, they almost get jumped, but he turns up for them and helps them defeat the creatures.
These jerks aren't gonna help, I'll do it myself!
Dracula slips away with Leader in the process. After taking down the creatures, Hulk destroys the machine and is shocked to see that the rest of the team has run away. He catches up to them, telling them the mission is not over yet. As a matter of fact, Leader had already built another gamma furnace, this time in Dracula's train, helping him spread the mist across the city. To Hulk's surprise, they turn him down, stating that they do not care about what happens to humanity because it was those same humans who turned their backs on them and called them freaks when they really needed them. Hulk tries to use his personal experience to convince them that it's up to them to change people's perspective of how they view them, but they seem adamant on not helping. He is then forced to advance alone. When he breaks into the train, Dracula, who had anticipated his arrival, injects him with a serum that slowly turns him into a vampire. Back in the present, while the Smashers head towards the castle, they enchant themselves with random objects like garlic, pure silver, and anointed water, just in case things get out of hand. When they arrive, they meet no one other than Hulk, who now rules the castle as a vampire. Vampire Hulk welcomes them warmly, explaining that Dracula and Leader had fallen decades ago when they refused to give him sloppy brains like he asked. He asks if they like to do the honors, but they turn him down, so he suddenly starts attacking. Thanks to the random objects, they're able to slow him down a bit. Meanwhile, in the past, while Hulk tries to fight the mutation, Frankenstein and the rest suddenly arrive to stop Dracula. They try to team up against him, but Dracula still has the upper hand, despite their number. As a last resort, Hulk slams his hands together to create a strong wave that clears the sky above him. Sunlight then shines on him and clears out the vampire virus in his body. While Dracula tries to retreat into a darker area in the train, Hulk and the rest team up and knock him back into the sunlight. His body then disintegrates, causing him to escape with his shadow into a nearby drainage. Regaining control of his mind, Leader activates his time travel device and escapes into a different timeline again. Hulk and the others then combine forces to destroy the engine, restoring sunlight to the city. Back in the present, the Smashers barely manage to hold their ground against Hulk. After a bit of struggle, they eventually destroy the device, restoring everybody to normal. Hulk, who also gets back to normal, thanks them for saving the city, but suddenly vanishes along with the castle. The Smashers then realize that due to the outcome of some events in the past, an alternate version of Hulk has been created elsewhere. Shortly after destroying the device, Hulk appreciates Frankenstein and the rest for finally understanding the concept behind working together as a team. He then takes off determined to stop Leader again this time. The portal leads Hulk somewhere in ancient Europe, where the world is run by an organization called Hydra. While he advances, Hulk is suddenly jumped by Captain America, who identifies him as a threat. He's then forced to reveal classified information about the kind of corn Captain America goons to prove that he's an ally. Captain America is completely shocked by the accuracy, so he concludes that they really must have been acquainted. Captain America states that he is on a mission to safeguard the super soldier serum so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. And realizing that Hulk's objective isn't that much different, they decide to team up. Together, they try to infiltrate a Hydra base, but get spotted by a group of soldiers who suddenly start to attack. Captain America uses his sharp skills and precision to fight back. Hulk resorts to brute force. In the end, they end up taking all the soldiers down. Meanwhile, in the present, the ripple effect equally affects the world, which is also now run by Hydra. Worst yet, the leader of the entire organization happens to be Leader. That afternoon, while a group of citizens holds a peaceful protest against the Hydra government, some Hydra soldiers try to take them down, but are stopped by a chopped version of Captain America who shows up just in time.
It's Captain America!
The Smashers then join him to take down the soldiers. After sending the soldiers to a better place, the Smashers introduce themselves to Captain America as his allies from a parallel dimension. Seeing how they're on the same side, the Captain agrees to join forces with them to put an end to the bad government. Back in the past, while Hulk and Captain America infiltrate the base, they meet Red Skull and Leader, who happen to have gotten their hands on the super soldier serum. Red Skull gets into a steel container that Leader built, and Leader carries out the modification with the serum on him. Hulk tries to destroy the container and stop the process, but the steel is too strong, even for him. Red Skull then ends up transforming him into an indestructible green monster called Green Skull. Hulk tries to go up against Green Skull, but he gets humbled in seconds. Captain America also tries to render support, but he gets folded as well. Green Skull then tries to finish off the Captain, but Hulk intercepts him. He then gets pissed and takes out his anger on Hulk, stomping him into the floor. Proud of his latest achievement, Leader remarks that with Green Skull and his gamma-powered superweapon, he'll be able to conquer the world. In the present, Captain America leads the team to a warehouse where they're confronted by Leader on a huge mechanical wheel. Scar and the rest of the team try to attack the wheel but get dropped. They shortly discover that the wheel is being powered by drawing gamma energy from Green Skull, so they realize they have to retreat and re-strategize if they really want to win. Back in the past, Hulk and the Captain woke up to find themselves chained down. Hulk tries to use brute force to break free, but the shackles are too strong. Leader then uses a gamma siphon on Hulk, causing him immense pain. He sets Captain America free and tells him to pledge his allegiance to Hydra or Hulk dies. Thinking quickly, Captain America pretends to pledge allegiance, but then uses his shield to destroy the device holding Hulk down. Now free, Hulk joins him as they both fight back. Meanwhile, in the present, Captain America and the Smashers lure Leader to an island and cause him to open fire against them. While some of them stay on the front lines to deflect his attacks and keep him distracted, Red Hulk and Scar sneak into the mechanical wheel and apprehend him.
You and Captain Dodge fire!
Red Hulk then absorbs all the gamma energy from Green Skull, causing him to revert to his normal form. Without any source of power left for the mechanical wheel, it self-destructs. In the past, while Hulk struggles to hold his ground against Green Skull, Captain America takes down all the guards and stops Leader from interfering. He then uses his shield as a sort of distraction for Green Skull, luring him into the shooting range of the siphon device, which he uses to revert him into Red Skull. While they try to capture Leader, he ships away again into a different timeline just before they apprehend him. Captain America goes through Leader's technological blueprint and figures out that it can help him win the Great War, but Hulk points out that it'd be too dangerous, so he tosses it away. Hulk then says his goodbyes as he uses his time travel device to go after Leader again. Back in the present, Captain America that's the Smashers for fighting with him. All of a sudden, he disappears, and the entire city reverts to normal, proving that Hulk has fixed the past again. Thank you for sticking to the end of my video. Please do me the biggest favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.